Hello and welcome to another one of these middle-aged Muay Thai videos, or if you're listening to the audio podcast, then this is the 14th edition of the middle-aged Muay Thai podcast. My name's Paul Garrigan, and it's a little bit gloomy in Thailand today. Probably rain again, which there's been a lot of recently, but it's not a real surprise. It's the rainy season, so this is what it's all about. So it's been an odd week. I was training on Wednesday, and one of the trainers asked me if I'd be interested in fighting next week, which is next Sunday. And it came as a bit of a shock, I wasn't expecting to be fighting anywhere near that soon. Like I had originally been sort of expecting to fight in June or July, but because of my injuries, I sort of scrapped all that. Went back to part-time training with the hope of fighting, sometime in the near future. But I was hoping maybe 2 or 3 months. But as he suggested it, I sort of felt obliged to sort of say yes, because I want to fight this year, and I didn't want to turn something down, and so I said yes. But then I was sort of speaking to one of the other, the gym owner, and he sort of said, well, no, there's going to be more fights in the next few months because there's going to be new fights coming up in Pattaya, and that they might be more suitable for me. So basically what I did is I left it in their hands, and I started thinking maybe I'll be fighting in Sunday. So I went back to the gym on Friday, and I spoke to that trainer again, but he sort of, he sort of said, well, there's that fight there, or I can do the other one. And I just said at the end, look, listen, it's up to you guys. You decide if I'm going to fight or not. So I think I'm not fighting, but I'm not 100% sure. But that's where we stand at the moment. But I'm happy. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm in two minds. A part of me is afraid that if I don't fight now, there mightn't be something later on. Because at the moment there's lots of foreigners over here, and some of them are around my age and apparently my experience level. And it might be sort of better to fight somebody like that, because it's now summertime back in Europe and the States and stuff, so there's lots of these people coming here to train now, where say later in the year there might not be as many people. So and that way I think, well, maybe it is sort of either time to do a poo or get off the toilet. I've been sort of putting this off, and I don't think I've been deliberately putting it off. I just think it's the way things have worked out. But then, on the other hand, I think, am I really ready for this fight, because I stopped full-time training, and, I went back down to part-time training, and, I haven't been slacking off as such, but I just haven't been sort of, I didn't have any, it hasn't been in my mind to fight, so, I've been running most mornings, and if I'm not exercising at the gym, I'm exercising here in the afternoons, but, probably not doing enough for a fight. But maybe there is no, maybe I'm fit enough. So I don't know. But the one thing that, the one good thing about all of this is that for the last few weeks I've been a bit sort of getting annoyed with the gym, because nothing to do with the gym's fault, but just the fact that there's too many people there at the moment. It's hard to get a trainer. The fact that I get there late because I need, I've got to pick my son up from school and stuff, and they put the class back in there from 3 o'clock to 2 o'clock, so it means, I feel a little bit left out of things. When I get there, it's very busy, it's hard to get time with a trainer. So telling me about the fight is actually sort of really, it's really motivated me again, which is a good thing. It seems to be very noisy here today with lots of birds and planes, but hopefully, you can hear all this. So anyway, so what was I saying? Yeah. So there's been lots of negativity in my head. So the idea of a fight again has really sort of refocused me, which is a good thing, because I know now that even if this fight, I don't think this fight is going to happen next week, but even if it doesn't, I have to be ready to fight, at short notice. So I need to sort of revamp things up again and start, make sure I'm doing my runs, really going for my runs in the mornings, and to try and get to more Muay Thai classes. Like, at the moment I'm getting to about 3 a week, but I'd probably be better off trying to get to 4. And the other good, I've been starting to do a bit more sparring now, and it's actually, I'm doing a lot better than I sort of than I would have thought before. I'm not afraid, you know. I'm not afraid, you know. My first few times sparring, like someone would hit me, and I'd just sort of turtle up, and I'd be hiding behind my guard, and you know. But now they're hitting me, and I'm still going forward. And you know, I can actually, you know, I'm actually starting to. I never thought it would be possible, but I'm actually starting to enjoy sparring, which is, you know, that's blowing my mind, because you know, to me it was something I had to do to get out of the way. But now I'm actually getting in there and enjoying it. And you know, I'm getting a good few wallops. You know, I got a good few wallops on Friday. You know, the bruise has sort of gone down a bit now, but you know, I was taking a few shots to the face, and it didn't bother me to that much. You know, which is quite strange. You know, I just kept on hitting them back and pushing forward, and you know, I could see it more as a game than anything else. And so that was great. You know, and it's really, that's done my confidence a great deal. You know, it's built up my confidence a great deal. But I know it's a sort of it's a bit of a, these things comes in waves. Like probably the next sparring session I have, it'll be terrible. But you know, it's good to have these confidence builders, and to know that, well, hey, maybe I can take a punch, and maybe, you know, I can hit people. So that's great. The only bad thing about the sparring session, because we were just doing boxing, we did 4 rounds of boxing with different people, and the only bad thing is somehow I damaged my toe. I think what it was is I tripped and I caught on the guy's toenail, and it cut into the side of my toe, and it was only a small little wound that sort of, you know, caused a bit of blood. But what's happened is it seems to have got infected, and so now it's like really painful. And it's a small wound, it's skin flap there, but it's wet and painful. So I mean, hopefully that'll be all right. I'm trying to see. The problem is if I put a plaster on it, it seems to make it worse. But if I take the plaster off, anything that touches it is really sore, and it's right in the side of my toe. So hopefully that'll be okay. But and I also seem to be getting a cold, but that's neither here nor there. But so that's what I wanted to talk about today. So it looks like that fight is not going to happen, but there will be something soon, I hope. You know, this week I'm starting to really, you know, as I say, I was having a bit of a few negative training sessions, but things seem to be sort of turning around now. Hopefully my toe will be okay to train fully this week and get the most from it. And so that's it for another middle-aged Muay Thai video and podcast. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to visit my website, middleagedmuaythai.com. You can also visit my other website, paulgarrigan.com. And that's it. Thanks very much for watching. Goodbye.